Canto 2. Summary. It is now the evening of Good Friday, the pilgrim's attempts to climb the mountain having taken most of the day. After agreeing to follow Virgil, Dante gets cold feet. He is not an Aeneas. He is not a Paul. He is just a Dante. How could he be so audacious as to assume the right of enjoying such a passage? However, despite appearances, this is not an act of humility. Virgil identifies Dante's real problem. He is overwhelmed with cowardice, plain and simple. Virgil encourages him by telling the story of how he, Virgil, came to be in that dark wood to help Dante in the first place. Beatrice had appeared to him in the first circle of hell, the sphere of the virtuous pagans, and entreated him to help her friend. The Roman poet is astonished, to put it mildly, that Beatrice did not consider it beneath her to descend to this place. At his request, she explains why she is there. Mary had seen Dante's plight and asked Lucy, Dante's special saint, to alert Beatrice, Dante's special love, to the situation, which prompts her to descend to ask for Virgil's help. After Dante is sufficiently rebuked into repentance, he submits to Virgil as his lord and master, and follows him on the dangerous journey. Canto 2. Dante and Virgil. The day was leaving, and the dusky air was dismissing the animals on land from their endeavors, and I, one alone, was setting myself to shoulder the war against both the journey and the pity which the mind that does not wander will show. O Muse, O lofty genius, help me now. O memory that sets down what I saw, here your nobleness will reveal itself. I began, Poet, you who would guide me, consider my virtue, if it is strong, before you entrust me to the high path. You have said the father of Silvius, while mortal, went down to the undying world, and was there in a sensible body. Yet if the nemesis of all evil was kind to him, thinking of the high end and both who and what must come forth from him, it seems not strange to one who understands, for the empyrean heaven chose him to be the father of nurturing Rome and her realm, both of which, to speak the truth, were established to be that holy place where sits the son of the greater Peter. He understood these things that were the cause of the journey for which you give him praise, his victory and the papal mantle. And then the chosen vessel ascended to bring back from thence comfort for that faith that comes first on the path of salvation. But I, why come there? Or who allows it? I am not Aeneas, nor am I Paul. None think I am worthy of this, nor I. For if I abandon myself to come, I fear my coming would be foolishness. You are wise. You know what I cannot say. And like the one who unwills what he willed, changing his purpose because of new thoughts, wholly turns himself from what was begun, so did I make myself on that dark shore, for, thinking, I exhausted the venture that I had been intent on beginning. If I have rightly understood your words, responded the shade of that great-souled man, your soul is being injured by cowardice, which very often obstructs man, such that he is turned back from the honored venture, as when shadows frighten the skittish beasts. So that you might save yourself from this fear, I will tell why I came, and what I heard that, from the first, pained me on your account. I was among those that are suspended, when a lady so blessed and beautiful called me, so that I urged her to command. Her eyes were shining brighter than the stars, and she began to speak, gentle and soft, with an angelic voice in her language. O courteous Mantuan soul, she said, the fame of whom still endures in the world, and will endure as long as the world lasts. My friend, though not the friend of fortune's wheel, is so hindered on that deserted shore, that he, through fear, has turned back from the way. And I tremble that he might be too lost, that I have risen too late to succor, from what I have heard of him in heaven. Now go forth, and with your beautiful words, with what is needful to keep him alive, help him, that I, in this, might be consoled. Beatrice I am, that moves you to go. I come from thence where I wished to return. Love it was that moved me. Love makes me speak. When I again before my sovereign stand, I will often sing your praises to him. With this she fell silent. Then I began, O Lady of Virtue, through whom alone mankind rises above what is contained by that heaven with the slowest circles. Your commandment is so pleasing to me that, if already done, I was too slow. No more than your desire now is needed. But tell me, why do you not guard yourself from descending below to this center from the expanse to which you dare return? Because your desire to know goes so deep, briefly will I tell you, she answered me, why I do not fear coming to this place. One should only be afraid of those things that have the power to harm another. Of other things, no, they are not fearful. I am made by God, and by his mercy such that your deep sorrow touches me not, nor does the burning flame harm me at all. There is a gentle lady in heaven who has such compassion for this hindrance to which I send you, that the hard judgment there above is broken. She called Lucy in her request and said, Your faithful one has need of you. I commend him to you. Lucy, the foe of every cruelty, rose up and came to the place where I was, sitting there beside the ancient Rachel. Beatrice, she said, faithful praise of God, why help you not the one that loved you so? He that left behind the crowds for your sake. Hear you not the pity of his weeping? See you not the death that fights against him on such a flood no sea could ever boast? None on earth was ever so swift to gain a favor for themselves or flee their loss as I, after these words had been spoken, in coming down here from my blessed seat, trusting myself to you and your wise words, words that honor you and all that hear them. After she reasoned this way with my soul, weeping, she turned her shining eyes to me, so that I was all the more quick to go. And I have come to you just as she willed. I have saved you from that ravenous beast that kept you from climbing the good mountain. So what is it? Why? Why do you remain? Why does cowardice so attract your heart? Why do you still lack daring and resolve? Having seen that 3 such ladies bless you, nursing you from the courts of high heaven, and seeing that my words promise you such good. As florets bend and close beneath night's chill, and afterwards, as the sun whitens them, they straighten, fully open on their stem. So I made myself from my weary strength, and so much good daring coursed through my heart, that I began as one made resolute. O compassionate one that succored me, and you, courteous guide, who have obeyed so promptly the true words that she gave you. You have, with your words, truly reordered my heart with desire to come, that I turn once more to my original purpose. Now go. There is but one will between us. You are the leader, you Lord and Master. Thus I said to him, and after he went, I entered on the high and savage way.